Every day when you wake up, you are greeted with a new opportunity to shape your life, but often our minds drift into doubt, fear, and uncertainty. It's time to change that. What if you could start each day by speaking words of power, words of intention, words that remind you of who you truly are? Well, you can, and today we're going to talk about 9 things you should tell yourself every single day to reclaim your strength, your joy, and your peace. When you wake up each morning, before you step into the world with all its demands and expectations, remind yourself of this powerful truth: I am enough, just as I am. These words are not just a statement, they are a declaration of self-worth, a commitment to honoring your own value without needing external validation. We live in a society that constantly tells us we need to be more successful, more attractive, more accomplished. The pressure to meet these expectations can make us feel like we're never enough. We compare ourselves to others, chasing ideals that are often unattainable, and we begin to doubt our own value. But the truth is, you are already complete. You don't need to earn your worth. It's inherent. Your value isn't determined by how others see you or by what you achieve. It's determined by the simple fact that you exist, that you are a unique individual with your own story, your own journey. When you say to yourself, I am enough just as I am, you are rejecting the notion that you need to prove yourself to anyone. You're giving yourself permission to be exactly who you are in this moment, flaws and all. This doesn't mean you stop growing or evolving. Growth is a part of life, but it does mean that your worth is not contingent upon that growth. You can love yourself while also working towards becoming the best version of yourself. There's no contradiction in that. This affirmation is about freeing yourself from the toxic cycle of perfectionism and self-doubt. It's about embracing your imperfections and recognizing that they too are part of your beauty. You don't need to fix everything or be someone you're not to deserve love, respect, or success. You deserve those things simply because you are you. When you carry this belief with you, it changes the way you interact with the world. You no longer seek validation in the wrong places. You don't base your worth on other people's opinions or on the outcome of situations you can't control. Instead, you stand firm in the knowledge that you are enough and that your worth is unshakable. This shift in mindset opens up a space for true self-compassion and peace, allowing you to show up in life as your authentic self, unburdened by unrealistic expectations. Every day we are confronted with situations that feel out of our control. The world can seem chaotic, unpredictable, and overwhelming at times. We face moments when things don't go according to plan. Relationships may falter, work may feel unmanageable, or life throws unexpected challenges our way. It's easy to feel powerless in the midst of all this uncertainty, but there's a profound shift that happens when we decide to focus on what we can control instead of what we can't. When you choose to focus on what you can control, you take your power back. You begin to realize that while you cannot dictate what happens to you, you can absolutely control how you respond. You have the power to choose your thoughts, your reactions, your attitude. It's in these choices that your real strength lies. You may not be able to control the outcome of a situation, but you can always control how you show up for it. This means cultivating a mindset that empowers you rather than one that leaves you feeling like a victim of your circumstances. This perspective shift helps us release the anxiety and frustration that come from trying to control everything around us. Instead of getting caught up in the what ifs and the should haves, we center our energy on what's within our reach, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions. For instance, you can't control other people's opinions or behaviors, but you can control how you let those opinions affect you. You can't always control the challenges that come your way, but you can control how you respond to those challenges, whether you let them define you or use them as fuel to grow stronger. Focusing on what you can control doesn't mean you ignore the things outside your grasp. It means you acknowledge them without letting them consume you. It's about accepting that uncertainty is a part of life, and rather than resisting it, you choose to respond with grace and intention. By doing so, you become more resilient, adaptable, and grounded in the present moment. Instead of wasting energy on things beyond your control, you invest your time and effort in areas where you can make a real impact, both on your life and the lives of others. This approach not only gives you a sense of empowerment, but it also allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater peace and clarity. One of the most powerful realizations you can have is understanding that you possess the ability to create change in your life. It's easy to fall into the belief that our circumstances are fixed or that we're at the mercy of external forces, but the truth is, you hold far more power than you often give yourself credit for. Change doesn't have to be overwhelming or drastic. It can begin with small, intentional choices that, over time, lead to transformative results. Every day presents you with opportunities to take control of your life, to steer it in the direction you want. It starts with your mindset. How you perceive the world and yourself plays a crucial role in the actions you take. If you believe that change is impossible, then your actions will reflect that belief. But when you choose to embrace the idea that you are the architect of your life, you start to act differently. You start to see possibilities where before there were only obstacles. That shift in thinking is the foundation for meaningful change. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or until all the circumstances align to begin changing your life. The truth is, the perfect moment is now. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Small, consistent actions can lead to major breakthroughs. Whether it's improving your health, pursuing a new career path, or cultivating deeper relationships, it all begins with a single step. And then another. Each choice you make, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you want to create. Often we hesitate to create change because we fear failure or uncertainty, but failure is not a signal to stop, it's a part of the process. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, adjust, and grow. It's through trial and error that you find your path forward. The most successful people didn't reach their goals without encountering challenges along the way. They succeeded because they were willing to keep moving in the face of those challenges. You too have that resilience within you. What's important is that you take ownership of your life. You have the ability to make choices that align with your values, your passions, and your vision for the future. You are not a passive participant in your own story. You are the writer. The power to create change lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. With each new day, you have the opportunity to shape your life into what you envision, one decision at a time. Gratitude is one of the most transformative practices you can bring into your daily life. When you start the day with the mindset, I am grateful for today, you begin to see the world through a different lens. This simple act of acknowledging the present moment, of finding something to be thankful for, opens your heart and shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It may seem small, but gratitude has the power to change everything. Each day is a gift, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to get caught up in the struggles, frustrations, and disappointments that inevitably come our way. But when you take a moment to say, I am grateful for today, you anchor yourself in the present, appreciating the fact that regardless of what's happening, you've been given another day to experience, to grow, to love, and to be. Gratitude doesn't require that everything be perfect. In fact, it's most powerful when life is far from it. When you can find reasons to be thankful despite challenges, you begin to realize that there is always something to be grateful for. It could be the smallest thing, a kind word from a stranger, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, the comfort of a quiet moment. Gratitude teaches you to notice those little moments and cherish them. When you practice gratitude, it becomes easier to let go of what's beyond your control. Instead of dwelling on what didn't go right or worrying about what might happen tomorrow, gratitude brings you back to the present. It reminds you that in this moment there is good in your life. It shifts your energy from anxiety and frustration to peace and contentment. And that shift doesn't just affect your emotional well-being, it affects everything. You become more open to joy, more resilient in the face of hardship, and more capable of seeing opportunities where others only see obstacles. Being grateful for today also helps you cultivate a deeper connection with yourself and the people around you. When you're thankful for the present, you're more likely to express appreciation to others, to notice the beauty in everyday interactions, and to be kinder to yourself. Gratitude at its core is a form of self-care. It's acknowledging that no matter where you are in life, there is always something worth celebrating. You begin to realize that each day, no matter how ordinary it may seem, holds its own special magic. And by embracing that magic, you unlock a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace within yourself. Forgiveness is one of the most liberating acts we can offer ourselves and others. It's not always easy, but the power it holds to release us from the burdens of the past is immense. When you say, "I forgive myself and others," you are choosing to let go of the weight that holds you back, whether it's guilt, resentment, or the lingering pain of old wounds. Forgiveness is not about excusing the wrongs done or pretending that hurt didn't happen. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that keep you tied to that pain. Self-forgiveness is where the healing often begins. We are our own harshest critics, replaying our mistakes and missteps in our minds over and over again. But carrying that guilt serves no one. It keeps us trapped in the past, unable to fully move forward. When you forgive yourself, you acknowledge that you are human, that you've made mistakes, but that those mistakes do not define you. They are simply part of your journey. Forgiveness allows you to learn from those experiences, to grow, and to let go of the shame that keeps you stuck. Forgiving others is just as vital, though sometimes it feels even more difficult. We hold on to grudges, anger, and resentment, believing that doing so somehow protects us from further hurt. But in reality, holding on to these emotions only harms us. When you choose to forgive others, you are not condoning their actions or denying your own hurt. You are deciding to release the hold that those actions have on you. Forgiveness is for your own peace. It's an act of self-love, a way to reclaim your energy and your joy. The act of forgiveness is a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience and sometimes repeated effort. You may have to remind yourself to forgive again and again, especially when old wounds resurface. But with each act of forgiveness, you take back a little more of your power. You create space for healing, for understanding, and for growth. By forgiving, you allow yourself to move forward unburdened, carrying only the lessons you've learned rather than the hurt you've endured. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring the past. It means choosing not to let the past control your future. It's about accepting what has happened, understanding that you can't change it, but recognizing that you do have the power to change how you feel about it. You let go of the bitterness and the anger, and in doing so, you open yourself up to peace, clarity, and the possibility of a brighter future. Resilience is a powerful force that resides within each of us. It's the ability to face adversity, endure setbacks, and still find the strength to rise. When you tell yourself, "I am resilient and I can overcome challenges," you are tapping into that inner well of strength that often goes unnoticed until it is truly needed. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. But what defines you is not the obstacles you face, it's how you respond to them. Your resilience is what enables you to push through hardship and emerge stronger on the other side. Resilience doesn't mean being immune to pain or struggle. It's not about pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about acknowledging the difficulties in front of you, feeling the emotions that come with them, but not allowing those emotions to paralyze you. Resilience is the belief that no matter how tough the situation, you have the capacity to find a way through it. It's knowing that setbacks don't signal the end of your journey, but are simply part of it. Each time you face a challenge, you're given an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to strengthen that resilience even further. Think about the obstacles you've already overcome in your life. Every time you faced a difficult moment and made it through, you've built resilience, whether you realize it or not. Those moments of doubt, fear, or failure may have felt overwhelming at the time, but looking back, you can see how you persevered. You found a way to keep going when it seemed impossible. That same strength is within you right now, ready to be called upon whenever you need it. Resilience is also about adaptability. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and challenges often force us to adjust our course. Being resilient means being flexible enough to change your approach, to find new ways of moving forward when your original path is blocked. It's about being resourceful, thinking creatively, and refusing to give up no matter how many detours you encounter along the way. Every challenge you face can be seen as an opportunity to tap into that resilience. It's a reminder that even when things seem difficult or uncertain, you have the inner strength to navigate through it. Resilience allows you to carry on even when the road is hard, and to trust that each challenge is not an end, but a stepping stone towards something greater. As we move through each day, it's easy to get caught up in the challenges, distractions, and uncertainties that surround us. But when we remind ourselves of these 9 powerful truths, I am enough just as I am, I choose to focus on what I can control, I have the power to create change in my life, I am grateful for today, I forgive myself and others. I am resilient and can overcome challenges. We anchor ourselves in strength, clarity, and purpose. These affirmations are not just words, they are a way of living, a daily practice of self-love, empowerment, and growth. By telling yourself these truths every day, you shape your mindset and transform your perspective on life. You begin to see your own worth, embrace your ability to create change, and develop the resilience needed to face whatever comes your way. You realize that life, with all its twists and turns, is a journey that you are fully capable of navigating, and most importantly, you understand that you have the power to choose how you show up for that journey, grateful, strong, and in control of your own destiny. Thank you for taking this time to reflect on the importance of these affirmations. Remember, the journey to your best self starts with what you tell yourself each day. Stay empowered, stay resilient, and never forget that you hold the key to creating the life you truly desire. Thank you.